No names. We'll let him introduce himself.
Antoine T. Robinson, real estate agent.
Don't forget the T.
Oh yeah, don't forget that T.
Don't forget the T. Back in the building. Just want to give a quick shout out, stop pass, and say thank you guys for all the love. I was hanging with Will last night. Treat me like a rock star.
Did you survive?
Oh man, I didn't survive. He survived.
Yeah,
I did
I
not
survived.
survive.
He didn't. I had to tap out though. All the love y'all giving, publicity, sharing, and posting, all that stuff. Y'all helped me make this event out here successful. So I know Jen ain't here, but hey, she introduced me to y'all, so I thank her as well.
For real.
Absolutely.
And then M, she helped out with some stuff as well. So much love to y'all over here, and hey, I'll be back. So
Of course. I'm glad to have you back.
Matter of fact, I'm about to call M. What you call? Not M.
You think she gonna answer?
Call
You always
right
do
now.
this.
Yo, man.
You don't even have the cord.
And you don't even have to say that. Just do it.
Yeah.
Word, just add her to the thing.
No, I did add her. I'm
Oh,
just
word.
waiting for her to come.
So, any new information on this VA housing or anything like that you touch at the seminar?
yeah, we well, there's always updates and stuff like that. But I ain't gonna give away the keys to my to my kingdom.
I understand.
But I will tell you this: we be back in January, and in January, I will tell you, no matter how old you are, how long you've been in, come out, get the information.
You know that's gonna be a full house, right?
Yeah.
In January, New Year's resolutions. You already know how that's gonna go.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
It'll be close.
Property.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we look forward to that opportunity. We locking on location as we speak. Well, it's already locked on, but I'll bring that out as the time gets near. But yeah, we'll be out here again, doing it again, and just helping, active duty service members, GS employees, anybody that want to, talk about getting a home. So
Word.
it's a lot of opportunities in real estate,
I'm interested.
When are you leaving back?
Oh, I'm leaving out tomorrow evening.
Oof.
So
Ooh.
I actually, after tonight,
He's ready for it.
I got a gig in the morning, play that gig, and then I'm trying to rest because I got 16-hour layover in Hong Kong. So it's gonna be like
Ooh.
The Hangover versus
He said he was gonna have a
Hangover
round
2.
You got a layover in
Yeah.
China?
It's gonna be the Hangover 2 without alcohol.
birthday bash today.
Yeah.
Just say
Okay, all
Today.
right, all right.
Yeah.
Where at?
RGC.
Okay, yeah, my bad.
we're starting on
I
gate
should've
2.
known.
And then
Yeah,
ending on
we'll
gate
we gonna make our
Okay,
way over.
fair
God, it's like a conga line.
Yeah.
We gonna make
Chris
our way
got
over
us.
there.
Chris is, every time Chris celebrates, it's always big, man. It really is. It's always fun, and it's always
Over the top.
over the
Yeah.
top.
Just say it. You were beating around the bush.
Hey, look at this jacket though. You know what I'm saying? I had to bring this jacket out.
I like that jacket. I
It's
ain't
a
gonna
little
lie.
extra, but,
I haven't worn this jacket in like what? A long ass
There's a
time.
reason why, bro.
I know, right? And then I got the chain.
Man, what's up with that music video you shot today, though?
Oh yeah, that was dope though.
Where-
Some people didn't show up, but like it was still dope.
That was dope. That was dope. Though. No shade.
I didn't.
Wait.
But hey, we have another shoot tomorrow, right? Yeah, tomorrow at 10.
PM?
10 p.m.
Can't make it, sorry.
Where at?
Where at Remy's. At Remy's.
That's past my bedtime, fool.
It's only gonna be an hour though.
No thanks. And it's on a Sunday at 10 p.m.? You mean tomorrow's
Work
Monday?
in the morning.
Sorry. Sorry.
Man, you get your 8 hours of sleep.
Can't make
You
it.
young. Young.
Can't make it.
So
Anyways.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
It's your birthday, bro. Lead
Yeah.
it.
So what we talking about first?
Well-
Oh, so what's worse?
Let me ask my first question.
Oh, you asked your first question.
Because we had some marriage talk this week.
What happened
to Ooh, the marriage talk?
topic you left us with last week?
Yeah, what's the topic?
I don't
of
even
this?
remember what that was. It was a good one.
Yeah, it was.
I was ready to say some shit.
You were. What was that topic? That was so good.
don't look at me.
I-
I have no idea.
You supposed to remember. You supposed to be the
He
one
didn't
that.
tell me.
You supposed to be the
You were
recorder.
here.
You're supposed to be the recorder.
Anyway, we'll find that. But anyway, like I was saying, I had some marriage talk this week with some who are married, some that are divorced, et cetera, et cetera. The whole talk was around rings.
Rings.
What is the significance of a ring? Like, what is the importance on the female aspect, male aspect? That like, what does that do for your relationship? Because for me, it's an item that
It's a territory.
doesn't mean anything to
Nah,
me.
it doesn't. It goes what back to the Egyptians with the
Yeah.
It runs that.
I just want to know what y'all think.
Question, like I don't even
Because
know what to
if you think
say.
about it, like when women get proposed to, the first thing that people look at is
It's
the
the
ring,
ring, yeah.
and they criticize. Oh, did he spend enough money on her?
How
That has
much does
nothing
he
to do
love
with
her?
y'all's
Yeah.
relationship, in my opinion.
It goes to the
But like,
business,
why is that
man.
so important? Is it because society made it
It's because
important,
marriage is a business.
or is it like
Your wedding's a
personally?
big business, man.
Yeah,
The
of
way
course.
The way I see it, like the value of the ring doesn't mean anything to me.
No.
But I think wearing it and making
Ooh.
that statement that I am married and
Hey, what's
owning
up,
it,
man?
I think I think that shows a lot. Because if somebody knows I'm married and I'm not wearing my ring, a lot of people make the assumption that, oh, something's going on between the two of you. Or something like that. I know a lot of people do that. Not everybody does that. So if me and my significant other that are married or whatever are doing fantastic and I want to, show off the fact that I'm married and all that stuff, I'll probably wear my ring. So that's how I use it, as a statement. Not like, oh, look how much this person spent on me. Like, I don't even care about that. So
Yeah, I've also seen people take off their wedding ring too when they do something.
When they go out.
Right.
Some cultures don't wear it.
Right.
That's true.
Cultures don't. It's just how you're conditioned.
Yeah.
Where you're raised.
I don't know. I always ask because every time I talk to a female, it's like the most important thing. Oh, if he doesn't buy me a ring that's like this, I'm not marrying him. I've heard that plenty of times.
Yeah, that's very shallow in my
I
opinion.
never
I
bought
think
a
that's
girl a ring though.
I don't think that matters.
What?
I don't think I ever bought a girl
How
a
big
ring.
your ring is or
No,
whatever
it
the case
don't
may
matter.
be.
Shit.
It's the truth though.
It just goes to people that
Like,
have
I've seen
money.
it, man.
Yeah, that's just
Like,
that's
I
just
can
show a
just have
lot.
a regular wedding band and be fine. Like, it's not a big
I
deal.
don't think I haven't.
I don't think
bought a girl
any of that
a-
matters at all because I feel like when you wear a wedding ring, for some people it's a target. If you go out to the bar, it's like, oh, they're married, but are they happy though?
Yeah.
Some people see that as a way in.
Well, on the other hand,
Yeah,
it could
yeah.
turn other people away at the same time.
No, it don't.
It doesn't not out
No,
here,
no, no.
especially
What?
not out here.
No,
No, no,
absolutely not.
no, it don't.
When I used to wear my ring, that did not stop anybody.
Nope.
Like, and
It
I was
doesn't
still
stop.
pull it up.
Question. I
And
asked
like,
you
no.
the question though. Like
Like, you married, but are you
married?
good?
You good? Yeah, that's exactly what I
Where
said.
they at though?
I've seen
Why
it
are they
so
with
many
you?
I
times.
asked the girl that like a couple days ago.
Look,
I would
RGC.
dog number one.
I would say we placing values on the
Mine's
wrong
tatted
things.
too.
You know what I'm saying? We placing values on the ring or what it means.
Mm-hmm.
The ring itself means nothing if the vows that you made aren't honored.
Yeah, let's talk about them vows too, for better or for worse.
Yeah, for better or for worse.
Psych.
Right.
But that's in today's world. That's in today's world. So what you
I don't know
have
what that means,
become
man.
a culture to. So long story short is and I'm a little older, but you can wear a ring. You don't have to wear a ring. It's about what you do, how you carry yourself. Because I done seen, I'll say, grown women, shut down a guy and ain't got a ring on.
Right.
Yo.
Because she and they not even married. She just respects that man that she's with. So it's your values, your core values, and how you live and what you want. Do diamond rings make you a target? Yes, they do, because basically when you see something that glitters, you ultimately want it.
That
You know
comes
what
with
I'm
robbery too.
Yep.
So
I've
Be
seen
like
that plenty of
LaShawn
times.
McCoy, yo.
that's just how I see it.
Interesting. I don't think of it.
And
like
then
that.
with that, my other segue would be, what's the difference between a committed relationship and a marriage? Only thing that changes is that legal
that
bond.
legal bond.
Yeah,
There's a big
And
so
then
is that- that's
because
the only
with that
thing?
legal bond comes financial bonds and all these things. Yeah.
I know people that have that and aren't
It's
married.
more than
Yeah,
it's
but
more than legal.
Yeah, but when you're married, it's like what's mine is yours and what's yours is mine. And
It's the
people,
same thing. But if
no,
you
it's
living-
not.
If you living together for more than 3 years, it's common law marriage, anyways.
Not for
Not for
everything.
everywhere.
Yeah, that's where you're from, but
It's human nature to
I'm
be
just saying though.
Like it goes
Just
all
saying.
goes back down to
Same
yeah.
thing.
It creates expectations and all
Whether
that
you're
too.
married or you're in a relationship, human nature is to be attracted to the opposite sex or the same sex, depending on your preference. But it's the discipline that sets you apart, whether or not you're going to make a move on someone that's married, or if you're single or not taken.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's discipline. Discipline is taught, or it's built within yourself and your core values. Human nature is like, damn, that girl's sexy. I want that. Discipline is saying, I got something good, and I'm not going to make that move. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
Okay.
marriage and relationships, man. It's
I don't know. I just feel like what is the difference though? I know people, like, for example, I know a couple people back home that have been together for 20 years and they're just not
They don't get
married.
married.
They treat their
The
and their
military,
marriages,
however,
or
is
their
a different
relationships way
dynamic.
better
though.
than
In the military, it's a different dynamic though. People
Yeah.
get married for their own benefit, like
Personal
legally,
reasons.
for
Yeah,
for just
their personal benefit. Just
like,
put it
we
out there.
can't be together if you go over there, so let's get married so we can go together. Or like, if we get married, now we can have a bigger house. Or if we get married, now our kids can, you know what I mean? In the States, you have the freedom to just live together and do what you want
and that's
without
what
having
they've
to
been
be
doing.
married.
They've been avoiding the marriage part because they feel like they don't need that legal documentation to say or solidify that they're going to spend the rest of their lives together.
They don't need
and I respect that.
He said
They're going
I
against
agree.
all
It's a
social
struggle.
norms, my whole point in bringing that up was I just don't think that there's much of a difference.
He said that marriage,
Legally, I think
he said
that's
that
the only
marriage when the
reason.
couch is the new bed.
There's a big difference because you got to look at the origin of why marriage was created. You know, was it a business partnership?
Technically
Yes, it
spiritual.
was. But it was a spiritual aspect in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now, what do you tell people who aren't spiritual? You know what I mean?
I mean, we all spiritual beings, whether we acknowledge it or not.
Mm-hmm.
We have a spiritual being. So, you know, whether you acknowledge that or not, when you enter into someone else, you taking on what they got.
Yeah.
You know, so and that's especially when you exchange fluids. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, you know, if you find somebody acting different, they probably slid up into something different. But that's all because we transferring spirits. We're not just transferring DNA. You know what I'm saying? We transferring character. You know what I'm saying? Like personalities. Like I can tell you some things. You know,
Flaws.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, long story short is when it was done in the beginning, it was under covenant, and covenant was just basically, you know, two people coming together for a lifetime. You know, now it wasn't paper back in the day, of course not. But we, as a society, we have turned that and manipulated it for our own usage. Say, hey, you know, I don't want to be married because I do the same thing as, you know, people who have a license to do what they do. So if you think of a business, to run a business, you got to have a license to do
Yeah, I
it.
was gonna say I can't hear.
Right? To run a business, you have a license to do it. But when you didn't have a license, you operate without law approval. So considering that the origin of marriage was to build a union together, you know, now you take it and then you run it down. It's like a bootleg version. So that's why we got, you know, misplaced kids, abused women, men in jail, so forth. And it's different scenarios, but, you know, for most likely urban areas. Because we have taken something that was meant to be a long-lasting bond, because even in the beginning, it was for business. You know? Like, when they, in the Bible, I'll refer to the Bible, when you pick someone or you was arranged, it was arranged off of cattle. You know what I'm saying? So it was an exchange. It was business. And whether they liked them or not, that's who they was with. You know what I'm saying? So it's a business and it was a license. But, I mean, we've come so far in culture where it's like we feel like we don't need that. And that's how we diluted the essential essence of, you know, what a relationship really is.
So with all that being said, how do y'all feel about divorce? Because in the vows, those very, very cliche vows, it says till death do us part. You know? A lot of people are just like, exactly.
I can't do that to the part.
Everybody's face is like, oh, but that's what you vow to when you get married. Like, why get married and then when things go wrong, you want to get divorced? You said till death do you part. Like, are you really a man of your word or not?
Letter,
You know?
letter of the law, spirit
feel
of the
me?
law, all that bullshit.
He said, do you think divorce would be a higher level if the courts would never get involved financially with the marriage?
Anyway, to answer Lewis's question.
I'm just saying, reading out the.
That's a good question.
It was a good question. I was just reading out what the
Yeah.
customers say.
I don't.
Like, before you go, the reason why I asked that is because everybody who's been married and divorced will completely shoot
Okay,
that whole thing
so-
down.
State your question again for me.
Just how do people feel about divorce? Because I'm challenging that because people vow till death do us part,
So-
and then are so quick to, all right, sign these papers. I'm out.
Right.
Let's do
So-
it.
So,
We're done.
divorce is a long process, man. It's not just gonna sign no papers and get out of there.
Well, in Japan, it is that quick.
In the States, it costs me a minute.
I grew up in a very religious environment, and like divorce is frowned upon. Even my grandma's like, yeah, I got legally divorced, but under the church, I'm still married. Like, and it's crazy. It's growing up hearing Catholic, growing up hearing that. So when I got married, and now I'm going through my divorce, and the marriage got so toxic to where it's like that was the best solution, because there's no reason to stay in a toxic environment at all. Whether I vow to say till death do us part, I ain't trying to, you know, be stuck in this toxic environment because of some belief. You know what I mean? I want to be happy. If I'm not happy, I don't want to do it, right? So anyways, my mother is so tied down to her religion to the point where she would be like, nah, like, y'all still shouldn't get a divorce, blah, blah. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, do you not listen to half the stuff I'm telling you?
I kind of agree with her because I've seen extremely toxic relationships turn around.
Man, I don't know.
It's just
At the same time, though, you have to understand that even when it comes to religion, it does actually speak in the Bible how, if it depended upon the situation, you know, if the man is beating his wife, you know, if the man or woman are no longer in the same religious aspect as far as their belief, then it's appropriate to, you know, whoever is wanting to leave, they can leave. That actually does talk about that. So honestly, depending upon the situation, could dictate whether or not, you know, those vows are are okay to be broken.
Right.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be miserable.
Yeah.
And
There's
Hey,
no point.
stuck in
You already know
Do
where I'm
whatever
coming
makes
from.
you
I'm a
happy.
hard
I
person to
agree.
get with that because
Right.
my grandparents have been together for 62 years, and please, let me assure you that was never pretty. They just worked it out because they came to a common ground. There were years where they weren't speaking to each other. Like they have patience that is not ever gonna be seen again. Like in this generation, ever.
That, I was gonna say that too. Older generations are
Yeah.
different. They cope with things differently.
100%.
We have
I respect
media
that.
involved in everything. The access we have to everything is like we can have our own perspectives change in the minute of a click.
Everything.
Yeah.
But back then
100%.
they don't. They're like whatever they were taught.
all this bullshit,
Yeah,
man. It's
yeah.
advancing. We're stunning our evolution with all this technology and everything like that, and it's creating boundaries between relationships and stuff like that, man.
Right.
It's fucked up.
I agree to that to some extent. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it's a hindrance. But what I would say is, as far as divorce, of course, you know, you don't want to be in toxic relationships, and you gotta look at what's at stake at the table, because at some point in time this was a business, right, and now it's a business gone bad. So I think it's mature to sit down and discuss it and see if there's a way to work it out. If it's not, then so be it. But I would tell you is that nobody should be miserable, but ain't no marriage that I know of.
Okay, I was about to say, please give
Ain't
the
no
gems.
marriage that I know of that has had a rainy day every day. But I will go on to say, as far as the younger generation, is that
We're fucked. Sorry.
No, it's not that. It's that y'all have to find out what you really want in life. You know, like some of y'all ain't never crossed the street till you got to Okinawa.
But you know how many people aren't self-aware though?
I know, but that's what I'm
You know
saying.
what I mean?
So you got to take time. It takes education, and it's just getting to know who you are. Because once you find out who you are and what you want, you'll go a whole lot farther with the person that you want to be with than the person you thought that you wanted back when you was 19.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Because
agree.
we all know that those hips, you know, and that chest, it deflates.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Shout out to all the
I've
senior
seen
citizens.
people.
Yeah.
I've seen. You know, it's crazy. Like people
Shout out.
really jump into relationships before they even get to know the person fully.
Yeah.
And it's like the way I do it.
Yeah, we
it's
did.
fucked up, man. But it's like I date a girl, and if it's serious, I'll shit with the door open. You know what I mean? Something like that small.
Absolutely.
Something that
I'm-
small can
Absolutely.
can make a relationship break because they haven't seen they see their boyfriend or their girlfriend in like this beautiful diamond, but everybody shits. Everybody wakes up and
Everybody
got crust in
farts.
their eye.
Everybody-
So if you
yeah.
see each other through the worst and you guys can go through that,
did.
and it's nothing but smooth sailing. You know what I mean? But live free or die. That's
So
how
a couple
I
So
shits together, stays
my
together.
question is
Yep.
to you, Will,
That's
what
so crazy.
Nah, whoa, that's
what's a good amount of time to know that individual?
There's no time.
You will
60
never
days.
fully know
It's
somebody.
different
Absolutely.
for different people. It's not the
Hey, it's a
same.
60-day
not a
interview
certain
process.
number.
You will.
Well,
He
How much
said
can
he
you-
said 60
how much
days.
experience can you guys go through together in a matter of time? You know what I mean?
60
Ups
days.
and downs, not always ups. You know, going
think-
through struggle together builds.
I don't know.
It really does.
I'm gonna speak from
For
just-
example, no,
Go
here's
ahead.
my example. It's kind of like like we said before, being raised with everything handed to you, right? As opposed to someone who's raised with nothing and built their success, and they lose it. They know what it takes to build it, as opposed to the person that was built, who was raised with everything. They lose it and they freak out. You know what I mean? Same with marriages. If you guys build it through the struggle and it ends up going bad, you know what it takes. Like when
For
you
your
first
next
meet,
one.
yeah, when you first meet your man or your girl, you hold their hand, you tell them I love you, you're beautiful, you take them shopping, you do that. If you did that the first date, why can't you do that every day to
Man.
reassure them? But what happens is they get complacent, they hit it, they know it's theirs, they don't have to hold their hand.
Preach.
But if you look at your relationship with brand new eyes every single day, because you did it since day one, so it's not hard if you did it the first
Say
time.
it louder for
Do it
the
every
people in
single
the
day.
back.
Look at them with brand new eyes. Your relationship's gonna always, you know what I mean? Because if I
Yes,
stop
I
telling her
agree.
she's
She
beautiful,
feels you.
if
Is
I
that
stop
fresh
telling-
I really do.
if I
Like,
stop telling my girl
I
she's
haven't heard a
beautiful,
man
somebody's
say
gonna
this
do
It sound
it.
like a
Listen,
song,
Gonna miss
man.
that. That's what got her.
It's like the Fresh Eyes songs.
You should always like. You all.
We
I
should
feel
play
like
that
when
song.
I'm with somebody, I don't care how long I'm with him, I'm never gonna get complacent because I don't know
Right.
if they're just gonna walk out the door because
Exactly.
maybe I failed him or something like
Nah.
that. You know what I mean? Like,
Just
I wanna
keep it
make sure
100.
I
I
did
get
my
what you're
part.
saying,
I'm
but
saying
that's
I wanna
a
make sure-
really kind of bad way of looking at it. Like wondering
I
if they're
mean,
gonna
I
walk
may have
out.
worded it differently, but I'm saying
I get
I
what
want
you're
to make
saying,
sure that
though.
I did my part.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit there and be like, damn, like I stopped being the way I was from then. Because
Yeah, I
I got
respect that.
complacent.
At the end of the day, it's really just having a choice. It's understanding that you have a choice. You're going to get up every day and have that choice. I choose to love this person. I choose to do this for this person.
taking the bill.
They choose to do the same for me. The sooner you let that choice go, that's when all hell breaks loose. And even then, it's again making that backup choice of understanding, like, okay, yeah, I fucked up, but I'm gonna choose to stay with this. I'm gonna choose to, stay in the fight. I mean,
hey, Beyonce. made it cool.
marriage is a battle. It's supposed to
They
be a
made
battle.
it
It's not
into,
supposed to
like,
be easy.
3 different
So-
albums.
The next question we're gonna have: can a girl have good kitty and head at the same time?
Oh,
Yeah.
so we're
we're
doing
gonna
like a
make it not
180.
so heavy of a topic, I
shifted.
guess.
That's why you use the word kitty.
Yeah.
That's why I said kitty.
I'm like,
Do
okay.
we really have to use that word though?
No, we were just saying that word because
It's a sex, love, and relationship show. We're really
Yeah,
saying
because-
kitty. All right, whatever. We'll see.
Pussy.
Thank
Goddamn.
you.
Where's the bell?
I am so like ready to like say shit on this stuff, but I'm gonna wait.
No, it's like to switch transition. And someone's getting all the
Say the question one more time.
Can you have good pussy and also give
good head at
good
the same
head?
Fellatio.
Okay.
Fellatio. Good kitty or fellatio. I think both can be taught.
Wait.
No.
Wait, both can be taught?
I mean, you got
woman to have good vagina.
Hey,
because it depends if she rides
yoga
you,
and
you know what I mean?
Kegels.
Good pussy.
Telling you.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's real life experience.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
You can teach good head.
Real life experience.
Yes, that's facts.
I was head over heels for one chick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought her thing was the best thing in the world, right? Whatever the case may be. Top and bottom. We're going top and bottom. Y'all get what I'm saying, right?
Right.
We picking up what you
I
putting down.
thought you got it, right? Thought it was top and bottom. I was in love. Like I did stupid stuff. Like my nostrils was wide open.
Right. Spending all that money.
Right. Like when I say stand on top of the roof and jump upside down.
I'm gonna start crying, bro. That's just funny as fuck.
Because it's the truth, though, yo.
No, but
sometimes you get that, though.
but so I'm gonna tell you, right? So, boom, we fell out, fell apart, whatever. Went back. No, she good. Went back. I did a Valentine. What's his name? Jay Valentine, whatever.
Yeah.
I doubled back,
Right.
and it wasn't as good as it was when I was in love. So my point is this: is your emotions that you feel while you in it is completely different if you in love with it, and then if you something you just hit.
You know what? That's a great
That's
point.
a really good point.
That's a great
That's
point.
so true.
I'll-
wisdom.
That's why I
digress.
said. That's why I said you can't have them both at the same time.
He did
See,
like
it proved my point.
But no,
was like,
what
what's
I'm
he
saying
doing?
is she can have right if you with her in her emotions, yeah. But it's all about emotions. It's all about what you want,
so
how you
true.
feel, how that person make
I
you
didn't even
feel.
think about it like that.
Because if that person
Yeah,
make you
that's-
feel like king of sliced bread, and like I was the first piece of sliced bread.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You the butt end. You the ass.
I was the
end
first
right
thing of sliced bread.
She got me
You know?
open. Oh shit.
And it was straight. And then I was like, okay, but then we fell out, and you trying that makeup thing.
there. Right.
That makeup thing wasn't working. I was like, oh, you just regular.
Yeah.
Right.
You became regular. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
So I reposted that
Yeah.
meme on my story, and I had City ask me, "Well, how do you know? Because you're not a dude."
What?
'Cause I was
About
saying
what?
That his statement was false.
Oh, come on.
Wait, what
So-
mean? What mean?
The same thing. It
Well,
was
yeah,
asking
because
that same
Oh, he
question.
made
same.
that?
The same. Yeah, the
Can
same
you
thing.
have good pussy and
And
also
City
give
said.
So yeah, what did you say to him? I'm curious.
And I reposted it and I said your statement is false, right? And then he messages me and says, "How can you know that if you're not a dude? Like
Right.
you never hit it like a dude." And so I
Right.
said, honestly, it's because from a girl on girl perspective, like I have gotten good head from a girl, and her pussy was also really good.
Right.
From like oral sex perspective, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I was
yeah.
like, I cannot speak on.
That's just you got to know the context.
Yeah.
He just didn't know where you were coming
Confirmed,
from.
yeah.
And then that's just City. And, City's a good person. he likes to question shit. He likes to question things because that's what he is. He
Right.
does. He questions things.
I would like to think I'm thinking from a girl to girl perspective is that y'all know each other's spot.
Right.
Yeah, they got the
Know
cheat
spot.
code.
This is why
Y'all got the cheat
yeah.
code.
So yeah, y'all got a cheat
I
code.
don't know because
So
I've had
it's-
to teach
it's-
before. So
It's not from
Well,
what
that
I
makes
see.
sense.
It's not the same as a man and woman being involved because I got to work to get you there.
You're
You know what I'm
right.
saying? I got to figure out what's what, but y'all already know that because y'all already connected.
Y'all got
that-
your GPS.
Exactly. Exactly. Google Maps, Waze, and just whatever.
We still reading
navigation.
maps. Like left. All right. Come
Right.
Heather motion. All right. Got you.
Right. So I think it's from a different standpoint where y'all do have the AB, up, down,
Yeah.
up, down, left, right,
The
left,
cheat
right.
code. I'm telling
Fatality.
you.
I live right
Get
They
over
got the
here.
cheat code.
So
Right, but I have had sex with women who have never done it before, and they don't know what to do right off the bat.
Oh, you broken women, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
But that's
Okay.
not what we're talking about.
Brought it up. Hey, you curious? Come here.
Yeah, there you go. All right, she rang the bell. All right, what's
Thank
what's
you.
what's the next topic?
Well, that's good though.
I have a question. So,
Oh God.
Oh,
I
she
was
just come
scrolling,
random question.
down Facebook or whatever,
Random
and
questions.
I seen this meme or whatever y'all want to call it, and it stated, you have a daughter, or for guys, you have a daughter or a son, whichever one y'all prefer, and you take them to your ex's house, whoever the baby dad, baby mom is, and their boyfriend or girlfriend cuts your daughter or son's hair without you
hell no.
knowing.
Hold on, rewind.
So basically,
So okay, so
That
so
is-
for
and
you,
it's trash,
you have a
All right.
daughter, right? Her hair is long, like all the way down to her back or however long, and you take her to her dad's house, and his girlfriend cuts her hair without.
His hands.
Depends.
better catch his hands,
Does
that's
it look
what's
good
gonna
or not?
happen.
Does it look good? I mean, because I
I
have a
don't think that matters.
No,
I
it
don't
does.
think that matters.
No.
I don't
It's not
think
your
that matters.
child.
I
Like,
guess.
you ask me.
I guess. I mean,
hold
it's
on,
about
does it
being
look
an
good?
adult about that. You know what I mean? Because everybody needs a haircut if you want to be groomed, but
Yeah,
it
but at
depends
the
if it looks
same
like.
time, like,
It depends what it look like. Because my daughter, when my daughter goes to, it's not even the same scenario, but it's her grandparents cut her hair, and it looked hideous, and I get mad every single time she comes home looking all boxed out and with a mullet, and I'm like, yo, don't cut her hair, like, you know what I mean? Like, if anything, I can cut the hair better than that. And I told my kid's mom that, and she's like, okay. The next time her hair grew out, because I had to let it grow out, the bangs, she cut it again. The grandparents,
I think
she come back looking
Hey,
all
I don't
hideous.
know. Nobody cut my
I don't know,
son
but I
hair.
think the question really is revolving around the fact that it's your ex's significant other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's
I don't care.
you're
I
overstepping
don't
some
care.
boundaries.
Ex's
I don't care.
significant
So
other.
you got a baby mom and her boyfriend cut
But
your,
why is that
your
a
child's
problem?
Yeah, wait,
hair.
what's the
But why's
problem? I
the
don't-
problem
what's the
of
problem?
him looking out for his grooming? You know,
Yeah.
like regardless.
I
Of
see
cutting
where
a
you're coming
hair-
from.
Cutting a hair is not spanking him. It's not violating him in any way.
But what was the
You
need
know what I
of
mean?
cutting it the hair?
Because he needed a
You got
haircut.
cut. Yeah.
Okay, let's just say it's a girl. If your daughter
Yeah,
has
right.
beautiful long
Are we talking
hair-
about like short like that or like
No,
long like
Whoa,
However, they
in the
cut
way
it,
he
they
cut
claim
it?
that they were trimming it, but they cut it way more than just trimming
Okay,
it.
if it's
Well, you
a
didn't
brand
say
new
all
chick in my baby daddy's life,
I guess.
and she don't have any relationship with my daughter, and she just starts making decisions without.
She don't like this topic.
It's
I don't even have kids, and I'm already like,
it
no.
really, it really gets down to maturity, I guess,
Yeah.
because
I guess
it's not
I'm
really a
immature
big
as
deal.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care.
a
If
big
you need
deal.
a haircut,
Initially,
you need a haircut.
It's a child, man.
I think
Yeah,
if
you
it's
don't
like
got
their
no
wife
fucking-
and
I don't
it's
get
been
my
like that.
I don't get my
then,
son.
There's
I
a
don't buy my son. I
conversation.
buy my son shoes, but not brand new Jordans because I know he's gonna fuck it up. You know what I mean? It's the same shit. It's
But
just
I
shoes.
don't think that's the same thing.
Yeah,
it is.
If
It's
it
definitely
was
the
my
same thing.
daughter
I
and
guess.
my baby dad.
When you go
girlfriend cut her
through,
hair, that would be a no-no for
Right.
me.
I think
it's a
because
woman
you didn't
thing.
even ask me
I think so
could you
too.
cut her hair
Like,
and
don't fuck
Well,
with
you
my
could
kid.
ask him though.
what was
like,
the
you
reason
need a
of
Did you
cutting
hear
her
me?
hair?
You need a
I said
haircut.
I think it's a woman
that's
thing.
just creating drama, though.
Yeah.
I think if it's talking more along the aspect of like just the daughter, not the boy. Like because honestly, if it's my daughter, and
Where's the
I take
equality
her-
there, though?
Okay,
Where's the equality?
if you put it like this,
It doesn't
my
matter if it's a
daughter,
girl
that's
or
my
a boy.
Baby girl. If I take her to my ex, you know, and we both know like say for a fact I love my daughter's
Right.
hair, and I come back, you know, pick her up, and her hair is short as shit. And be like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
that'd be a problem.
Like,
That'd
that's
be
a problem
That's
to
a
me.
problem.
Is it
Think about
repeated or is it just one time thing? Oh,
Just
my
once.
mistake.
Just once.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
one
Then
time.
you
It's
have
like, it's
to
like
be
it's
able
the
to-
first time out of
Then
the
you
blue.
be-
Like
okay.
I come pick her
So
up.
that's
you know,
different.
all right,
That's
babe, we going
different then.
home. Why your hair short?
All right. So what?
cut it.
It happened. Now what? You deal with it or
You
you
just
move
let it
on.
go, right.
Right. And that's it. But if
I mean,
it
you
happens
gotta
again
force
and you
it.
address the problem that happens again, that's a problem.
what about the other way around? What about if you get with a woman and she has kids with another man?
Mm-hmm.
Like, would you immediately start making decisions like that to where you're like, you know what, you need a haircut, I'm gonna cut your hair? Would you feel comfortable enough to do that? Like, wouldn't you feel like that's a bit disrespectful?
This
to
whole
do
thing,
since that's
this
like
whole
a child?
thing sounds
No.
like this situation
No, 'cause
dictates.
that's
Because
the household.
when you asked
If
me
they're- if
earlier,
they're-
how did I know that was right in when they just met and then he decided to make a decision for her? I didn't know that. Like that's what you're coming from, that perception of me, of my daughter meeting my kid's mom's boyfriend
Like
for the
new
first time.
significant other, yeah. Like,
I mean, it's just situation, I guess. You know.
There's a
if they've
sit
been
down.
in the picture, then that's something else. If they've been in the picture and we're all co-parenting, that's okay.
Right.
But if you're brand new,
Any
Brand new doesn't matter.
any
It's still
if,
co-parenting, right?
if you have a kid and your ex has a significant other, and it's a sit down. I don't care, new, old, or whatever case may be. And at the initial point of you entering a relationship with my child, we need to have to sit down and talk.
Right.
Right.
That's
just
it's
a
not
mature
gonna
thing
it's
to
not
do.
gonna be no spur of the moment at she was over the house for the weekend and she come back with short hair looking like Jane Fonda. It's not happening. So anything the older you get, you just try and eliminate the process of drama because after 30, drama ain't cute. I'll say after 25, but
Facts.
Yeah.
I still seen drama like grown people.
Drama's worthless.
you just gotta have a conversation with that other person.
Yeah,
So
you got.
anyways,
Drama. I like that.
what other topics do you guys have?
Hold on, we about to get to the other topic.
All right. Schedule booty
I like
cheek
that. I like that.
versus. Would you rather have your girl give you scheduled booty time or your girl being honest and telling you that she faked the orgasm?
What?
What?
Yeah.
Wait,
That's
what?
a two-part
Yeah.
question.
It is.
Okay, wait. Ask again. What's the question?
So,
I
Would
think
you-
that should go both ways, though.
Yeah, it is both
I
ways.
think it should go both ways. So
Yeah.
You gotta phrase the
Okay,
question
so-
both ways.
Yeah.
all right. So, would you rather have there's two questions. I'll just ask the first one.
Okay.
Would you prefer random booty calls or like booty with your significant other or scheduled booty?
Okay.
With your
You know what I mean?
significant
Yeah.
other.
How about both?
No, I don't want to be scheduling it because I create an expectation, and if it doesn't
Nah,
happen,
not-
y'all start arguing
Nah,
about
not really.
unnecessary shit. So
Right.
just fuck when you want to fuck.
Free for
Yeah.
freestyle.
I like
freestyle
both.
fucking.
I like both.
Hey
though.
babe, look at that clock. Let's fuck.
Yeah.
Like that. All right.
Yeah, I don't know, but
Like, oh,
I
every time before we go to bed, like, nah, hell no. Because then if it doesn't happen, y'all start arguing like, oh, why aren't we fucking tonight?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
I thought
alright,
we were
see,
supposed to.
yeah, I think different. I like both. I like random more than scheduled. But if I'm like, hey, let's meet up for lunch, that's scheduled.
Oh,
that's
I see
scheduled
what
though.
you're saying.
You
Yeah.
feel me?
Let's meet
That's
up for
kinda like-
lunch.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
but we ain't eating.
It's kind of like
You feel
That's
me?
cold word right
When
there.
he said schedule, I'm thinking routine.
I'm
Like,
not
you know,
talking
some
about on.
couples get
Okay,
in
all right. Look at the calendar here.
every
We're gonna
time
do
you
it
go
on
to
the
bed,
first of every
like,
month.
There are
midtime,
couples-
that's what we
Babe,
fuck.
it's Wednesday. I'm not ovulating. You know,
Yeah,
some bullshit.
like,
Yeah,
but if you
I
say, hey,
can't
let's
do
meet
that
up here
shit.
and let's fuck, like,
Yeah,
to me,
nice.
that's still very
Hey,
spontaneous.
pull
I like
up
that
and
shit.
get this dick.
Yeah.
Like that's scheduled technically.
But in a way, spontaneous.
So
In
you
a way, it's
It's a little bit
Yeah.
more spontaneous.
Yes.
It's like, if it's like during the workday.
right. You got
Hey,
you
what
got
you
your
doing for
normal
lunch?
You got that
Right
lunch
now,
break?
You got your normal
Hey, come over here,
routine,
get this
right before you go to sleep,
Yeah.
right
Still
when
very
you wake up,
spontaneous.
and then
Right.
anything in between that is spontaneous. But
Right.
you
NyQuil booty's the
it is
best.
what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
And sometimes
NyQuil,
you know what?
yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah, NyQuil
scheduling
booty.
it, I mean,
I don't know how I
it
feel
kind of
about that.
gives you something to look forward to.
They
Yeah,
cool
You see what I'm saying?
sometimes.
So like,
Thank
look,
you.
we're gonna meet up at lunch.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You be like, damn, this date was bullshit, but I know I got some ass
I
coming
like
tonight.
night booty
Yeah.
better
Like-
than day booty.
Yeah, like come on.
Like I like waking up sex. I do. I like any sex, but night sex is better than waking up sex because when you wake
We
up,
had this conversation before, didn't we?
nah.
Yeah, I like them going.
Kinda
Right,
like-
I like
right-
them both. I like it.
I like-
Word.
Yeah,
In
you're
the morning
right.
one,
I'm
you-
not
you-
saying I don't like it.
Morning one, you.
I'm just saying if I had to choose one
especially
bo-
if it's a Monday,
Yeah.
you know you got that Monday going into work.
Right.
I'm about to go to work. It's Monday. I don't want to go to work.
But-
Hey,
You gotta release all that pressure, though.
And
went ahead
especially
and
if I'm
did
going
it.
out
Mhm.
drinking, like I
Yeah.
like to have sex before I go out with my boys. You know what I mean?
okay.
I like
That knocks the
that.
ed-
Get it out.
Yeah, you gotta get that out.
no, it knocks the edge off.
Yeah,
You
it
know
knocks
what I'm
away
saying?
that-
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
How many girls?
It
walk
helps for
right
that
by me and
discipline.
I'm just like, yeah,
That discipline. That
Yeah.
you
good.
Yeah, I ain't shit.
That feeling's out of my
Yeah, that's
system.
fucking
you know,
Yeah.
it's before you go out and then when you come home, just
Yep.
right.
take care of it.
Hey babe, I was a good boy. Give me that pussy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was a good boy.
Give me
She's
that
gonna be like,
gold star.
here's your
Here's
treat.
your treat.
So
I
so
gotta go start a day.
you didn't. What was yours?
I like his question. Your question about how many.
Oh, how many times a day should be satisfied, or how many times in a week
In a week.
be satisfied?
I'm thinking at least twice a day though.
Hold on,
I'm
one at
saying
a time.
twice
One
a
at a
day, though.
time.
Times 3 is
I think
21.
it's different for different people, but you
What?
have to match with whoever you're having sex with.
That's
So
hard.
yeah.
That's
if they
think-
have a
hard to
high
do,
sex
though.
drive, then you have
Yo.
to find a happy medium.
I have
I
a
think
high
14
You don't wanna have
So
sex
how
all
do
the
you?
time.
How do you?
I'm
I
thinking
got my
14
op-
times is a minimum for a week.
Yeah,
Because
I agree.
me and Losa,
Yeah.
It's
you
a
know,
minimum.
We've had times where we
times a
had
day?
sex multiple
Yes.
times a day, and
Yeah.
then sometimes we don't have sex that frequently. It just
Yeah.
depends on
My sex drive
I'm
is
saying
high.
14
how
times.
we're feeling.
Like when
But-
my girl's on that time of the month, I am the most aggressive person ever. Like I'm just like, yo, leave me the fuck alone.
You're
fuck alone.
the one with the symptoms.
Yeah, I'm like, God damn it, yo, you done? Are you still bleeding? What the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, that's me.
What was I gonna say? Oh, so when it comes to that, right? Say y'all sex drives don't match, and he decides to take it upon himself, or she decides to take it upon herself to masturbate. Do you feel some type of way about it? You
Hell
know?
no.
Nah, if I'm not
Not when
horny
you're grown.
and
Not when you're
are,
grown about the
we'll do it.
situation.
Okay.
Not when you're
Respect.
grown about the
Respect.
situation.
In our original
Respect.
conversation, we talked about it was a business. And part of the business is that you need that sexual activity. So if the sexual activity, like if you,
It's in contract. This is
it's in
by
the
law.
contract, yeah.
By law, guys.
By law.
Trump supporters.
Have to.
Damn, I like that. It's written in there somewhere.
It's an original contract. So we sat down as adults and said, hey, we're gonna be in this relationship, marriage, whatever, right? So if we're gonna do that, then my requirement is X, Y, Z.
Suck this dick. I like
He
that.
says,
X, Y,
when
Z.
I'm horny.
And if can you or can you not meet that requirement?
Right.
Okay, no.
Because at this point in
ring
time,
back.
like there's no point in wasting our time and energy.
I don't know how I feel, but facts.
But
It is something he said. So sign right here. If you don't
yeah,
agree with
You
something, let me know.
you need that sometimes.
I think
so it's just be upfront for me.
I think for that, like, I think you should have that respect. Like, if your significant other is horny and you're not horny and they want to masturbate because
I agree.
because you don't want to do it right there in the moment, you need to respect
Right.
that. I feel like some people be like, oh my God, and you watch porn doing it too?
Yeah.
You cheating on me? Like,
Nah,
I watch some
man.
crazy
Yo.
stuff like that. I'm
Now
like,
that's different.
Nah,
If I
do
walk
your
in
thing.
and I
different.
see my girl touching her, so I'm like, can I join? Or is this a private session? You know, like, either way, I'm fine. Like, do you, but
That's pretty funny.
I think masturbation
Hey, it's a joke.
and
It's not a
porn
private
brings
session,
on
it's not
other
a private
things
session,
though.
I'm watching.
What's that?
Masturbation and porn brings on other things.
So please touch on masturbation.
Okay,
What is
so
that?
masturbation is you.
How it's used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Because all I gotta
Like,
do is
if
close
it's-
my eyes
if it's
and I
by
just think
yourself.
about
Right.
our previous encounters. You know.
If it's by yourself, and that's the
Imagination.
thing. Like previous encounters, we bring it into new encounters. You see what I'm saying? So you see one person do it, it's gonna do it in the next relationship. But if you're in a relationship or whatever, and then y'all doing it to arouse each other, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's one
lit.
thing.
That's lit.
But if you on the other side of the bed, and I got my shoulder turned because I don't feel like doing something,
You talking about?
ultimately,
You
tired? I'm waiting.
right? You got imagery. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
now I'm reverting back to, oh, you're not gonna do it, but I'm gonna remember when I was with Shorty and she gonna get me off. The thought of her gonna get me off. I mean, it's possibility.
It is,
I'm
but
just
you
saying.
There
don't
is
know
some-
that even if you're not there, you don't know.
Guilty
that.
conscience.
saying-
Guilty conscience.
Call.
She's saying,
Oh
I
it's
didn't-
shit!
ignorance is
Somebody's
bliss,
blowing
I
up.
guess.
Yo,
Right.
shh, shh.
But even so, like you still gotta paint that image in your
Yeah.
head to get off. So
Right.
you know,
It
even
could be
if
an
it's a
image
flip.
of your significant other, though.
That's what I do.
It don't
It-
gotta
it-
be exactly.
it-
I'm like,
Or
you're
what you
fine as
saw-
hell, so
or what
yeah.
you
She
saw.
already said
Like-
no.
It depends
Like-
on the
Hold on,
situation.
she already
Like, if
said
she
no.
said, no, I don't feel like it.
Right.
You don't wanna
Yeah,
think
you're
about
not gonna
it.
want to
Right.
think about her.
Absolutely.
You're gonna be like, oh, you don't
You know
want
what I'm
to?
saying?
Nah.
If
I will.
your boo just denied you
I
some
will. I'll be
dick,
like, that's
you
why I
really
did
gonna
it
think
That's why
about
I
him?
said respect is important, because if they're just not in the mood, you can't be like, you have to.
No.
Like, you're human beings. If you're not horny, you're not horny. Like, that's it.
Facts.
You gotta have communication in any relationship you have. You
Just
gotta,
don't start
My
it and then
enemies-
call it quits.
my
Thank you.
coworkers, my friends. I communicate with all because they know I like them. I don't like them. I love you. So in any relationship, I'm gonna communicate and let you know. Look, I got love for you, or I don't like you,
But
Right.
one way or another. So at that time where you tell me no, I don't like
Like
you.
you.
Yeah.
I don't like you.
That's true.
I respect that. I respect
All
that.
right. Here's another question. Hit that bell for me real quick. So,
The orgasm one?
yes.
Thank you.
So, my next question is: would you rather your girl? How would you feel if your girl told you that she fakes her
I
orgasm?
wouldn't give a
I
shit.
would feel hurt.
How would you feel?
I
Would you
wouldn't give
rather her
two
lie
shits.
to you,
I would
I
rather her
wouldn't
tell
give
me,
two
hey, I
shits.
can't
or
finish.
can you tell if she's faking?
So this is
I wouldn't give two shits.
so
I don't give.
How Buster gonna sleep?
I don't give a fuck.
so faking, right?
As long as he busted nut, he good.
And I'm not saying y'all, and I'm not, no disrespect any ladies in the room, but it goes back to emotions, right? And what I've learned is that no matter how big, how small, or whatever the case may be, women
How
going to
wide?
say what they going to say. Cause if you the number one king and they all for you, and last guy had
Waterfall.
had the waterfalls dripping, she going to tell you whatever it is to
Right.
get wherever. So it doesn't matter.
It's a white lie.
Absolutely.
It's a white lie.
So-
Am I the
And
best
we-
babe?
and
we
Of
do-
course
we
you
do the
are. 'Cause
same
if she
thing.
says no,
So we do the same
got
thing.
problems.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a two-way street. So
She values him.
right, and then like,
If she told you the opposite, then you know she don't fuck with you.
Right.
Or she's honest.
or she's honest. You
Why
know?
can't you just be honest and be like, look, I can't finish? And be not
I
instead
would
of
much
faking
rather
it.
prefer that on
Like,
everything.
I always tell that to whoever I'm
I would
with.
love
Like,
that.
always say it. If you cannot, for whatever reason, like if we're too drunk or it's been going on for too long, like just say it. We're
Facts.
done. Like,
I like long sex though. I like that
I don't.
shit.
that's fine, but you know what I mean. Like some people
don't.
are scared of being honest and being like, hey, you know what? I can't continue on. Like I'm tired or I'm sensitive. Whatever
Shit,
the hell
I'm
it is.
tired. I'm like, yo, I'm going to sleep. Fuck this.
Like Just say it.
You know,
I say it.
But-
I'm like, if I can, like, we done.
Yeah.
If
That's
it's
it.
good, bad, or indifferent,
Tomorrow,
you
we'll
just
try
say
again.
it.
I'm
not.
I'm with her though. Like, 100 with it.
One thing I'm not
Gotta
doing
be
is I'm not competing with your past.
Facts.
I'm not. For one,
I'm better than your
there's a
past.
couple things that this is me personally, is I'm probably better than any man you ever had in your goddamn
Facts.
life.
Hit the bell.
And I usually don't say damn.
All right,
right.
all right.
Oh, you're getting your
But-
glitter all over.
This,
Huh?
yeah, I like that point.
Yeah, like I'm
Please
not trying to compete
don't
with your past.
let him hop on that though.
Oh, okay.
Y'all-
And then the second thing about it is
Give the bell back.
I'm probably, you know,
I got a bell now.
regardless of whatever I got
What?
going on, I'm gonna
Thank you.
still make you feel like you number one.
Mhm.
So at the end of the day is, you know, if we doing it and whatever's going on,
Hitting the right spots.
if it ain't working, let's make it work.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But
Gotta
at the end
eat
of
the
the day, I ain't got
pussy.
time for you to lie or
Yes.
sugarcoat things because you're not making my ego big. Cause
Exactly.
No. Put the mic up. Put the mic up.
Off, though.
So there you go.
So-
There's no need to lie at this
Right.
point.
Yes. And
Yeah, because you already done got the panties off, so you
Man.
need to lie though.
At the same time, too, like if she not feeling it, like
then talk.
yeah, like just
That's the
talk.
beautiful thing about
If she
sex.
not feeling-
Communicate. Y'all
At the
trying to
same
please each
time,
other. Why
yeah.
y'all trying to lie about? Why y'all fronting? Just
Like if
what
you're
she
not
was-
feeling it,
You're
you
learning
shouldn't
each
be
other.
wet down there either, so you should be able to tell. But I'm not gonna.
Hey,
fake
sometimes
nothing. If I'm
girls
not-
be getting wet randomly, and it's a
see-
false fucking flag and shit.
Well,
I'd be
I
like,
had
"Oh,
that.
babe, you ready?" She's like, "Oh no, I don't know why I'm wet." I'm like, "You know why?"
you
No,
wet?
I don't know.
As
I
you
never
get,
had that. Just
I
randomly
think
wet.
as you get older, your appetite for sex changes.
Oh yeah, because you got real life things going on.
And when I say appetite, I'm not talking about the amount of
Yeah.
time, and I'm not talking about always having an orgasm. I'm talking about the basic need of just wanting that person to be with,
intimate.
intimate with.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's not all about the orgasm at the end of the day. It's really about creating that intimacy and that communication,
I
because
agree.
sex is communication as well.
Hell yeah.
You see what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
Treat
And
that
I
shit
say
like an iPhone.
it changes as you get older, because older women would, I don't want to say manipulate, but they can adjust to certain things when as a young guy or a young woman, they be like, nah, it ain't working. You see what I'm saying? Like,
you're right. You're right.
so, you know, things change as you get older, which is why, you know, this is why I always say, sit down, know what you want. You know, I would change some things if I can go back 10 years, you know.
With him saying that, the whole creating the intimacy, that's why I say it shouldn't be a big deal if you can't have an orgasm, and you shouldn't have to lie. If you're both there pleasing each other and wanting that intimacy between each other, it's like,
But you can change the mood if she's not feeling it. If you know what to do and if you know her, you can change that. You know, like whether it's touching lightly and just holding her and kissing her and looking at her, telling she's beautiful, you can get her into the mood.
yeah,
You know
you
what I
can.
mean? So
Absolutely.
it's not like because she says
Eating
she's
the
not in the
pussy.
mood, that's the final straw. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Maybe at that
yeah.
moment something's running through her head. But if you know your girl and you know your man or whatever, you know what? If you should know her, you should know how to read her body language and shit like that. Whatever. That's life. And shout out, we got sponsors before we end this stuff. So who's the Wing King brought over the wings, right?
Yeah, Wing King.
Shout
Yeah,
out to
Wing
Wing
King
King,
is the GOAT.
Cafe Orleans.
Honey
Lumpia
original.
lady.
Lumpia lady, man, for real.
And whenever, yeah,
Y'all need to let me know how I can get on as a sponsor.
So,
we'll talk.
this-
We'll
this
we'll,
shit,
we'll
yeah,
talk.
this-
We'll
Yeah,
talk offline.
let me know how we get on as a sponsor.
Yeah.
but yeah, that's our man. I tell you right now, man.
When else fell, eat the pussy.
Treat it
Come
like
on,
an
bro. We're not ending
iPhone.
the show
Treat
like
sex
that.
life like an iPhone. Level up.
I don't know. I be
iPhone
dropping my
1,
iPhone
2,
on
3,
live,
4,
so-
5, 6.
I know.
New
Get your
updates,
tongue
new
game
features.
strong though. Tongue
Lick
game
her
strong.
armpit. Some shit.
Birthday bash, RGC. Hey, we're gonna be lit though. We'll start off at the cave though, right?
Yeah, we starting off.
Oh, that's where we starting off.
No, Rika's working at Players, so we're gonna head over to.
Yeah,
Players.
we're gonna get that hookah
Anyways, I'm
first.
gonna get off this phone.
Word.